You want to start your own business, but you're not sure how you're going to balance it with your parenting responsibilities and your full-time job. By the end of the day, you're just ready to collapse in bed before you have to go and do it all over again. I can honestly say I hear you. Hi, I'm Adele. I'm a mom of 2 living in Surrey, and I am currently working full-time and raising a fledgling Amazon FBA business. I would like to share with you 5 simple tips that you can use to set up and maintain a side income while being a busy parent. Being a parent is a full-time job on its own, but that doesn't mean you can't pursue your dreams of entrepreneurship. With a little bit of planning and dedication, you can successfully balance both. So let's dive in. Tip number 1, let's talk time management. None of the other tips I share with you in this video will help you if you can't manage your time appropriately. If you're a detail-oriented person, you might do better having a spreadsheet where you plan your days hour by hour, or if you're more flexible, you could possibly try Mike Vardy's time theming approach. What's really nice about that is that you could sort of set a theme for each day. So you could say Monday is packing, Tuesday is sourcing, something like that, and then you'd sort of fit it into your day as and when it comes along. By using time theming, you'll be able to complete one important task per day, and if your energy levels allow, then you can add another task in. Maybe you'd like to do a mixture of both. Personally, I like to plan a week in advance once I know the children's and my schedules for the week. And honestly, I find if I plan more than a week in advance, it gets a bit overwhelming for me. There are heaps of time management videos out there, and I certainly don't want to rehash them in this video. The idea is that you choose a schedule that works well for you and your family. So there's no point having a schedule that's beautifully color-coded and planned 5 years into the future if it's not going to work for you and your family. So the most important thing is that it has to work for you long term. And we know that Amazon FBA as well as parenting is a long game. The idea is that you just keep putting one foot in front of the other and you tick those tasks off your to-do list so you can see some success. And remember, it's okay if the schedule falls apart for a day or a week. It happens. We've all been there. The main thing is that you just pick up where you left off and you carry on. Starting a side business is completely overwhelming sometimes, and I totally get that, and that will lead me into step number 2. Tip number 2 is to outsource when needed. Now, this might seem impossible in the beginning because the reason why you started this business is to get extra money. You can't be paying for hired help. But what if you considered outsourcing in a different way? Like, what if you weren't looking to outsource the business stuff? What if you could outsource things closer to home? For example, could you possibly trade play dates with another mom so they could watch your child or children for an hour or 2 while you go get some sourcing done or pack a few boxes? And then the following week, you could repay the favor to her. Of course, if you're fortunate enough to have family that's willing to help with this, why not get your family member to take your children to their weekend activities while you sort out your FBA things? And then when they come home, you've got time to spend with your children. If you are in a position to pay for help, could you get someone to clean your home or possibly do your washing or maybe prepare a few meals for you for the week? If you're really motivated, your resourcefulness will come in really handy to move you forward. Of course, you totally want to spend time with your children, so that brings me on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is involving your children in your business. By giving them age-appropriate tasks like labeling or polybagging, you're not only teaching them valuable skills, but you're also spending quality time with them. One of my favorite tasks to outsource to my children is removing the sticky labels off the used books and clearance items that I find in store. I give them this handy tool called a Scotty peeler, and actually it comes in really handy for the birthday presents that you buy for all the parties they attend. It takes those stickers right off. And to remove a bit of the stickiness, if there's some left behind from the sticky labels, I just use a cloth and some isopropanol. I'll leave a link down below for both the Scotty peeler and the isopropanol if you're looking for that. But getting back to them helping out, you might be surprised at how much they can actually do. And just spending time with you actually creates all these memories, even though it may seem like work. To them, it's not. So it's a really great way for them to see entrepreneurship in action. Plus, when you start making money and things start picking up, there's no reason you can't give them a little bit of pocket money for all the effort they're putting into your business. Tip number 4 is possibly the hardest to implement, but it would probably have the most impact on your business especially, and that's maximizing downtime. Now, before you tell me you don't have any downtime as a parent, trust me, I feel you. I'm really done with the kids' bedtimes by 9 p.m. and then I come downstairs and I see the dishes on the kitchen counter and it just gets really overwhelming what I need to get done. But when I am done, I do tend to fit something in before I go to bed, whether that is sourcing or packing a box or learning from other more seasoned FBA sellers. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. We all want to just crash on the couch and watch a bit of Netflix before we have to go to bed and do it all again tomorrow. But this is where your grit and determination is going to get you through. The way I see it, things are always going to be hard. Life is hard. Do you want it to be hard and you're still broke 5 years from now? Or do you want it to be hard and you have financial freedom 5 years from now? So normally I just remind myself why I'm doing this, and that kind of gives me the kick up the pants to get something done. Now, your schedule could look different to mine. While I'm happy to put in the extra hour before I go to bed, you might be too shattered and you might prefer to wake up early in the morning and put the time in before the kids get up. The important thing is that you do fit it in. Maximizing downtime is not easy. The important thing is that you just keep moving forward. Of course, there's nights where I throw my hands up and say, I'm not doing anything, I need to relax. And that's okay too. We're not machines. And this brings me into tip number 5, taking care of yourself. Now, as a parent, I think we naturally put ourselves down at the bottom of the list. I don't know who wrote that rule, but it seems to be one we're following. It's stressful running a household, and even more so when you add a business into the mix. You'll skip breakfast and just grab a granola bar on the way to the car. Your planned daily run turns into a weekly run. You haven't seen your friend in 4 months, and it is oh so easy to put off what your soul needs. So consider me your reminder that when you do that schedule that I mentioned in tip number 1, that you put in time to recharge your battery, whether it means upping your weekly run to twice weekly, or if you manage to message your friend and grab a quick coffee after the school run, or getting your parents to watch the children while you go home and have a nap. You need to fit that in. Your health is the foundation of anything you want to do, and fitting this business into your life will make things really busy in the beginning. So you need to make sure you're looking after yourself so you can get through to the other end. So those are my 5 tips for juggling parenthood and an Amazon FBA business. If this has added value, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you have any other tips to add, please add them in the comments below. Till next time, bye!